Okay, what is Assada?
Assada is us and sada. Us is something that you need to get rid of, and sada is party. So like at a party it is very decorative, so you are trying to fulfill the eyes, and then at a party there's nice smells, so you're trying to fulfill the nose. At a party there's nice music, so you're trying to fulfill the ears. So like this, even though you do this, you have to know that it will never fulfill, and that whoever understands Assada is Sotapanna, and to become a Sotapanna you need to fully understand Assada.
Okay, what happens when you understand Assada? So what does Assada do to you? What does Assada give to you?
It gives you pleasure or gratification.
How do you create the gratification?
It comes inside of you. Like say there was 3 people. A lady who like in their 20s, and a man in their 20s, and then a monk. And then this beautiful woman in her 20s walks past, and so the man would be like, oh my God, she is so beautiful, and inside of him he'll like thinking good thoughts about her and will want to be kind. The other woman would be like so jealous of her because of her good looks, and then the monk wouldn't really be thinking. The monk would be thinking, like, if that monk was an arahant, that monk would be thinking, oh, this is just a woman in her 20s, okay, let her walk by. And yeah, but when the man finds out that that woman has a boyfriend for such like that, then the man wouldn't have these same thoughts, because he wouldn't be as happy now, because he was thinking that because he was so nice, because he wanted to marry her, but she already has a boyfriend, so the man won't get those thoughts anymore. He will feel the opposite, so he'll be filled with raga, dvesha and moha. Yes, so, and these 3 people have 3 different thoughts, so it comes inside of them, not outside.
So where did the gratification start? Where did the pleasure come from?
Came from inside of you.
Inside of yourself?
Yeah.
So the gratification wasn't there in the object, is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Okay, so is that how we create gratification?
Yeah.
Okay, so what is Adeenawa then?
Adi and Navya. Adi means past.
Yeah.
And then Navya means 9.
Yeah.
So Adeenawa means like the consequences, like.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
So how do you explain the consequences with what? Like in summary, how do you explain? Not I don't want the words for it. I don't want avidya, sankara, vijnana, nama, rupa. Not that. But how do you see the consequences? And where do you see the consequences of what? So you should be looking at the consequences of asada, or the gratification.
Oh, yeah.
Right? And then what should you be seeing?
Anichcha, Dukkha and Anaththa.
Perfect. So what is Anichcha?
Anichcha is
So you were saying in the party, what happened? You were trying to fulfill that.
Oh, Anichcha means there is no meaning to like. So there's no meaning to go and fulfill the senses, because you will never fulfill them.
Okay, perfect. So what is dukkha then?
Dukkha is suffering for it. So like when you're watching TV, when you switch it on, you're fulfilling the eyes, but once you switch it off, you suffer because you don't feel because everyone in this world is trying to how do I say this, do assada, I don't know.
No, it's not when you switch it off. When you are watching the movie, you're trying to get something.
And when you realize that you're not fulfilling.
You're trying to fulfill, but it never fulfills. That is why it's dukkha. And another reason is you're trying to you want them to happen the way you like it to happen, but it never happens the way you like it to happen. That is also anicca, right? So therefore it's dukkha. What is anaththa?
Anaththa is
anartha. No artha. What is artha? There is no meaning, right? So there is no meaning of what you are doing. So you are trying to fulfill the senses, but it doesn't happen, so it ends up in a suffering. So this process of trying to fulfill is anaththa. There is no meaning to it. Do you understand?
Yeah.
So that is what. So Assada Adeenawa. What is Nissarana? What is Nissarana?
Sara and
Nissara. So Sara is
Sara is the journey.
Yeah.
Nissarana is trying to stop the journey.
Perfect. Yeah. So the journey happens because you are running around looking for Assada. When you understand Assada, right? You understand the real meaning of Assada and what happens when you run around behind Assada, and Anichcha, Dukkha, Anaththa, or the Adeenawa are the consequences, right? So then you understand Assada, you understand the consequences, and therefore you want to Nissarana, you want to get rid of, or you want to stop the journey of samsara. It's because you now understand that there is no point of running around looking for Assada, because it's never going to fulfill. It's a useless process. Do you understand?
Yeah, and when you understand that Assada is the trap.
Exactly. When you understand, because unless you understand what Assada means and the consequences or the Adeenawa, you wouldn't understand that it is a trap. Otherwise you will think that, oh, it's giving you pleasure, or this is what gave me pleasure, or the outside world gave me pleasure, but it didn't give you any pleasure. You understand?
Yeah.
So that is what Assada Adeenawa Nissarana is.
Okay.
Very good.